Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome to a little bit of the update, or a little bit of blah blah. Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome to Hunter Call of the Wild. We are going to be discussing the update that will be coming out on the 12th of March, as well as the DLC for the new weapons. We'll go over them a little bit. I do recommend checking out the stream that Jaxy has done to get a full overview of everything that you will get, as well as being able to see pretty much everything as well, because there's quite a bit that's changing. They are trying some new things as well, and there's just going to be a lot of things that they have been doing, as well as you'll actually get to see the weapons firsthand in that stream. You'll see him be using them throughout the stream. So, let's first talk about the weapons. In a sec. First weapon that is on the list is the 4570 Genberg Superior, which is the single shot pistol, I would say. It is using the 4570 rifle ammo, but I would say it is a pistol. It is definitely more of a pistol than anything else. But they also did a rework, well, not rework, but they gave a buff to the 4570 because of this update. They are going to be buffing the 4570 lever action, so go ahead and check that out and see how it works. It would not surprise me if it is pretty good for hunting in the foreseeable future. We'll kind of just see how it works, and we'll have to pretty much test it out to get a good view and idea of how it will look. Jeez, they are everywhere. The next one is the Strandberg 10 gauge executive shotgun. It is an automatic shotgun. So in my previous video, but in the video where I talked about this, I thought it was going to be only have two casings. One going to be the shot, or one going to be for birds, and the other one's going to be more so for heavy, larger animals. However, that is not the case. They're going to have one for everything, so it is going to be a good go-to shotgun to have instead of the Cacciatore, which I have in most of my loadouts. Though it will have less ammo capacity. I believe it has 4 shots compared to the 6 shots that you would get with the Cacciatore. So, a little bit of a nerf there, but it is still going to be a good gun nonetheless to use, and I will definitely be trying it out at first. Next up is the Arzin 300 mag tactical, which is tiny boy, which is pretty much the AR version of the 300, or AR with 300 ammo. So pretty much it is going to make grinding larger animals quite easy and quite fast. And for those who like to do grinding but not necessarily do it ethically, in the form of you're just trying to do it for as fast as possible, so whatever kills the animals faster, a 300 Magnum will be pretty good for that, for like a whitetail grind where you're just going through the animals really quick, and this will just make it even faster. Yeah, so it is going to be a nice AR to have, a nice new weapon to have. Probably will be a key loadout for me when it does come out, because I currently have the 300, and although not a bad weapon, not at all, it is definitely going to be it just has more of a kickback than the Arzin will have. So those are the 3 weapons that come with the new weapon pack. The weapon pack will be roughly around $5, as all the other packs have been. All the other side packs have been. All the other DLCs have been. $4.99, it says in the store, with probably a little bit extra with tax, so a bit over $5. But yeah, it looks pretty good. The weapons look pretty good. Pretty excited for the shotgun and the arson, as they are gonna be pretty good. Pretty good. What main weapons to use. So looking forward to that. Then there is a decent amount of other updates and changes that they're going to do here. The first one and the major one that they're doing that is going to be the biggest one is they are changing the Black Bear drink time. So the Black Bear drink time currently, I believe, is 0 to 400, something similar like that, and it interferes with the Mountain Lion drink time. So so grinding for Black Bear is hard. So now they are changing the drink time to 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. So you are now going to be able to hunt the black bear in daylight without having issues, and there shouldn't be as much issues with mountain lions when hunting the black bear. There still be some, but not as much. Oh wait, no, I think it's 20 to 0, I think is what the bear is. But anyway, it's moving from a night hunt to a day hunt, which will make it nicer, easier. You're still going to get some some nighttime action when setting it to 4, but it's going to just make it a lot easier to hunt, and there should be less conflict with mountain lions as there are. So that's going to be a nice buff to the grind, and it will be pretty good, make the grind easier and more fun to do. With this, they are not planning on changing or resetting the population for black bears. So for those of you doing a black bear grind, you will not have to worry about resetting a reset with your grind. However, instead of doing a pop reset, they are going to be doing a sorry, give me a sec. Oh, interesting. But yeah, instead of doing a pop reset, you are going to have to personally hunt the animals to get them to spawn in the right location. Which basically means that you will have to oh, that missed. Alright, those missed, those suck. Anyway, but pretty much means that you will have to go through the grind that you would normally do and hunt the bears from those zones and have them make new zones. They are currently working on, at least I think they are, changing the zones times and having them not appear up later on. Because as of right now, and in the stream that you see Jaxy do, you see the time does not change. Which, if that's the case, you will then have to delete your word. You will have to delete your zones. So instead of hunting with a stand to stop the hunting pressure, you would want to have hunting pressure added, and if anything, delete a zone from a lake. Seems like I'm hoping that's not what you're gonna have to do, and that's not the direction they're going, but that very well could be, in which you have to delete your own zones to get new zones to appear. Other than that, if that's not the case, then what will happen is any ones that you do shoot will then appear and respawn back at that area at 4 to 800. So, if it's the latter point in which they will spawn and you don't have to delete the zones, then it's going to be somewhat easier because you can just keep certain bears that you want to hunt at those times, and all the other bears won't be there at those times. So you will literally have just the bears in the zones that you want to hunt, and there won't be any mix-ups or anything like that. However, if it's not, then it's going to be hard because you will have to delete some zones before you can keep the grind going and keep the grind like nice. You will have to delete some of the zones before before you can change the grind to 4 to 8. So that's going to be a bit of a pain. We'll see what happens, and obviously they'll go through the patch notes when it all comes out. And we shall see ourselves when it all comes out and when all this update comes out on the 12th again of March. So next week. But, yeah, so it's not going to be terrible. Not going to be fantastic, but not going to be terrible either. And we shall see how that affects the grind. And they will have this up until their next release. It sounded like they'll be doing this for one whole patch before changing it. So we will see how it goes. We'll see what they say. And we'll see if they like the changes or if they don't like the changes, and all that is to come pretty much. The next thing that he talked about is that they are changing the classes of some animals now. This shouldn't affect the weapons that you use for most of them a whole lot, but it will affect it a little bit because the classes are just getting changed. So give me 1 second. There we go. I will also put the class change that we have so far on the video right now as I am talking about it. Because yeah, there's a lot that they're going over, and this is just what Jaxy showed us. So if there's more that they do eventually release, we'll see more when the patch comes, and we'll just go through them in order. Bobcats. So Mexican and non are going from class 3 to class 2. Meaning that, well, not meaning much, but it opens the variety that you can use, but you can still use the 243 for them like I used. And if anything, it will make them go down pretty well. I don't think they're going to change how fast they go down, because I'm pretty sure it's an instant kill with them. So we shall see how that turns out and see how it looks. The next ones are the collared peccary, going from class 4 to class 3. So I believe that means you can no longer hunt it with the 308. With the 308, you can no longer hunt it, and you will have to use the 243, which is a little bit of a, I would say a nerf, because the 308, I mean, although being a big gun, it means that you're going to put one down pretty much instantly versus using the 243, which will now be harder to put it down. Pronghorn, going from class 4 to 3. Also, I believe, is going to cause issues because the 308 is 4 through 8. So again, you're going to have to use the 243 or another low caliber weapon instead of using the AR that you normally have been using that normally drops them. Same thing with the wild boar, or no, not the same thing. Wild boar and feral pig are going up to class 5, so not much change there. You're still gonna be able to use the AR, the 308 on them. Bighorn sheep as well, going to class 5, and still able to use what you have. Havon rusa deer, going from class 6 to class 5. Not much change. Still using the AR. Still able to hunt them in the same range. Mule deer 6 to 5. Gray wolf 5 to 6. Iberian wolf 5 to 6. Gemsbuck, they're getting a big decrease, and they are going from 8 to 6, which I believe takes them out of the 300 range, and you will have to use the AR on them, which makes them more similar to a red deer, per se, in which you're not able to drop them as fast as you are with the 300. You're going to be able to get a lung shot, and it'll still take take a while for them to drop. It's a big change there. Sandbar deer are 6 to 7. Which then, I believe, makes it so you can use a 300 on them. So that will be quicker to grind. Rocky Mountain elk and Roosevelt elk are going from 8 to 7. I still believe that isn't the 300 range, but it just kind of makes it lower. American Alligator are going from 6 to 7, kind of rising up in the ranks, and makes it so you can use the 300 on them as well. Grizzly Bear, 7 to 8. Doesn't change what weapons you can use on it, but it does put it up in that class. And Saltwater Crocodile are going from 7 to 8. So again, this will be on the screen here. You can read it yourself. Hopefully it's not too blurry. But if not, you can check out the stream that Jaxy will do. And yeah, so there's going to be a lot of it. Not many changes to the weapons you're using, but there are definitely going to be some. And obviously some are buffs and some are nerfs. Some are nerfs in the fact that you are going to have to use a lower caliber weapon to hunt this animal, meaning that the how fast the animal will go down will be longer. It'll take longer for the animal to go down. But then on the other side, some of them are buffs where you can knock some animals down relatively quickly. So, win some, lose some, take what you can. It's pretty good nonetheless. They are also changing some of the class icons. So the class icon, which I think actually maybe we can see it. Oh, that's 6. 4. So the 4 is going to be from a boar to a deer. And the boar is now going to be for class 5, which is a wolf, I believe. The 5 is going to move up to 6. So the wolf is now going to be a 6. And the elk that we see here on the 6 is going to be removed. There's no longer going to be the elk. I think that's supposed to be reindeer. It's not going to be the reindeer at all. It's just going to be the deer, boar, wolf for 4, 5, 6. Which isn't too bad. Not too great, not too big of an update, and it's just more of a aesthetic update more than an actual update. No, not too bad. I will be taking the shot, so give me one moment while I go ahead and take out this large mule deer. Son of a biscuit. Had my sights changed. Oh well, we got one of them. I wanted, but one of them. Anyway, so that's going to be the class changes that they're going to be doing. They are adding cosmetics, a new cosmetic pack as well. That's going to be Emerald Coast. I believe this one might be coming with the update, but I also think it might also stay with the being a purchasable one. So we will have to see when that comes out. I didn't read in too much into it because I'm not one super much for cosmetics. However, one cosmetics thing that they are going to be changing are you can now add cosmetics to your binoculars and range finders. So instead of having just the blue binoculars that you see here in the bottom left, or blue and the black, you will now be able to add cosmetics that you want to it, which will be nice to just add more color. And since you keep, for the most part, a lot of people keep the binoculars out more often than they keep the gun, you get your own preference out more often than you would normally. Which, pretty good, nice little update that they're adding there that's giving us, just more cosmetics and stuff like that. So, can't complain at all. I did hit him. Then next, they are changing 2 fixes, or going over 2 large fixes that he talked about. One being... One being the muzzleloader accuracy is now perfect. Well, not perfect, but the muzzleloader accuracy should be what it is as it is for other rifles. Using a scope on it will not affect it, or the accuracy will be as you see as you use it, which will be pretty nice. If he's coming back yet. What? Is there another one? Guess there's another. Guess I'll wait for the other one shows. I thought there's only one. Oh, I hit a 3? Oops. I'll get that 3 in a second. Maybe. Nope. Oh well. Too greedy. Anyway. Yeah, so they're doing that, and then they're also fixing the animal glitch that they have with the water. When you hunt an animal and they start fleeing and they run into the water, they will then glitch back out of the water, and sometimes it's not at the water's edge, it is like 20 meters back, so they are fixing that and making that look better. There's still going to be the glitch where you see them bounce back, but it's not going to be as dramatic and drastic as the glitches were beforehand. So that'll be nice. Nice little update that they're going to be doing for that. Those are the two bug fixes, and then they are also adding changes to the to the revolvers. So basically, I should have grabbed a revolver. Yeah, they're going to be changing the revolvers, and I will go ahead and grab a revolver real quick after I grab this buck. So we'll segment to that. Alright, we are back with the pistols on the range in Hirschfelden, so we can get a view of how they will look. Kind of the change of how they'll look. Give me 1 second, let me get the pistol out. So, currently what we have is when you're shooting slow and methodical. Let me pull out some targets. Shooting slow and methodical. You don't get anything. It's kind of just a normal recoil. And you don't get the hammer pullback as you should. Let me make sure that it's not just while we're on the range, and that is anywhere. Yeah. Oh, you get a little bit of the hammer pullback. But it is going to be more pronounced, I believe. You'll see it better. And stuff like that. But with the reload, instead of this 1-by-1 bullet reload, we will be getting a whole set of rerolls where we get the 5-on-1. Now I believe we will also be able... So with how that is shooting, it's kind of very slow, and obviously you're going to have a lot of jump, but it's slow. So with this update, we are going to be able to shoot it as a revolver should, where we can shoot it pretty dang quickly without much effort. So so I'm gonna spam it here.
I saw some tracks in that area earlier this morning. Hold on, I'll send the coordinates.
And although not too bad, still pretty slow, we're gonna be able to shoot it as you would in the Old West, where it's bang 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 bang, which will be pretty nice. But you're still gonna be able to get the hammer jaw when you shoot it slow and steady, as we get it here, but it'll look better with an update. And again, the reload, instead of all 5, you have to reload individually. You'll have the pack where you reload them all at once, making the reload faster. And with that, that is pretty much the gist of what I got from the update. I think it's going to be a good update. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff added to it, and the hunting is going to be changed a little bit due to the class change. However, it's not going to change a whole lot. We are going to be getting the nice new guns. Those guns are going to be nice. Might have a new shotgun as well as a new 300 Magnum weapon. Definitely will have a new 300 Magnum weapon or a heavy class weapon. Possibly a new shotgun. We will see how it fits and how I like it. But yeah, I do recommend going out and checking the streams for yourself. So I'll put a link to the channel and the streams below so you can check them out yourself and get a full rundown of it all by Jaxy, who obviously knows more and has all the notes at his disposal as he's doing it, versus me, who's taking bullet points here and there from what he says. So yeah, otherwise I think it'll be fun. The grind for the black bear will be interesting. Grinds for red deer will also be interesting, I think. But yeah, we will see how it all turns out. thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of an update. If you did, feel free to leave a like and a comment below. What you're excited about for? Oh, I guess I should say news about a map. No news about a map other than it's far off. He didn't give us anything other than it is far off. So I'm expecting that the map will probably be the next. Hopefully, will be the next DLC that they release, which unfortunately won't be until midsummer. Beginning of summer, so June-ish, because I think they're still trying to keep with the 3-month gap for release stuff. So we won't be getting anything released until then. But yeah, other than that, like I said, if you like this or if you like my channel, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, put a comment on what you're excited for this update and what you would like to see in further updates. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Good times.